It's really good.
If it's not all over your face, it's probably not worth eating.
It's all over.
Yeah, you need a towel to eat this. It's great. Guys, what's happening? Welcome back to Chomp Chomp Chewy, and today we're going to do one of my favorite things, and that's make some sweet corn. But we're going to mix it up just a little bit, and we're going to do it Mexican style. Call it Mexican street corn, call it what you want. I call it delicious, and it's about to go down. Woo! Okay, probably the first thing that you've noticed is that I actually left the husk on. Yes, I drew them back. I cleaned up as much of the silk as I could, but from here, we're going to use this as like a natural wrapper. That corn husk is gonna act like a steam oven in the oven. So here we go. All right, it's so simple. I mean, anyone can do this, right? We're just gonna take some really soft butter, and I would do it over, you know, a cutting board or something, because you're gonna make a little bit of a mess. But what's wrong with that? You know, we're cooking, we're having fun, and I just want to put this butter, as you can see, all over this corn. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so sweet, so amazing. Man, I cannot wait. And you know me, I'm going to be a little liberal with the butter. Well, a little bit extra fat tastes good. So I'm going to put a little bit more over here. Check that out. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, when you got a good coating on it, boom, there we go. Look at that. Oh, missed a spot. Let me get that. So check that out. Yes, that is a lot of butter, and that is by design. From here, you're just going to get some salt. Some kosher salt, sea salt, like a chunky salt, right? You don't want that iodized table salt. It's a little too, well, just get the other salt, it's better. All right, give that a nice little bit of salt. From here, all we're gonna do is wrap it back up in its own little package. Oh, you're gonna get butter on your fingers. I mean, that's the deal, right? So just wrap that sucker up, just like that. Here we go. Oh, yeah. And there you go. We're back in. We have our nice little package, and we're going to seal it up as best we can, and that butter's going to help it because it's going to stick to it a little bit. And then we're going to chuck this in the oven. Preheat 425 for about 20-25 minutes. It depends on how you know, how big your ears of corn are. These are going to be about 25 minutes. You can see the size of them. So we're going to throw those on the sheet pan 25 minutes. Bang! We're going to come back. We're going to season it up. In that time, we're going to make an amazing little spicy sauce that's going to go over the top. I cannot wait. Love corn. All right, guys, corn is in the oven, and it smells delicious, actually. It's been cooking for a few minutes, and now we're going to get on that sauce that's going to go right over the top of our Mexican corn. First thing, we're going to go in with a little bit of mayo. And by a little bit, I mean like 2 or 3 tablespoons. Boom, right in the bowl. That's what I'm talking about. If you have extra, well, grab a tortilla chip because it's delicious. Up next, cilantro. And if you have fresh cilantro, awesome. If you don't, well, then that's okay, right? We can make do without it because there's so many other flavors in this that it's just a little added bonus. We just happen to have some in the garden. Pow! So it's going right in the bowl. All right. Next up, everybody in the pool. Just like that. Up next, we have a lemon. All right. If you have a little grater, then that's going to work great for your for the skin, but if you don't, then all you have to do is take your knife and then peel it and then mince it up as tight as you can go. It's no big deal either way. Man, just one hit of that. Ooh, smells great. So I'm just going with a little bit of zest. I don't want to go too deep because the deeper you go, the more bitter it gets. So green is good. White, well, the white gets a little bit bitter. So we want to stay just on the surface area if you can see that. All right. It's a little added bonus for your, you know, for the sauce, and you know, frankly, it just boosts that lemon, that little bit of acid flavor. So from here, I'm going to go in with half a lemon's worth of juice. And careful if you do this at home. I usually use a fork, but I don't have one handy, so I'm just going to use my knife, and I'm careful not to stick it through because obviously my hand is on the other side, and no one wants that. Few things are less interesting on a Saturday than a trip to the hospital, so be careful with your knives, baby. I hope they're sharp. All right, everybody. Yes. Man, I like it. All right, get all that goodness in there. Pop, pop, pop. And I will save you for later. All right, up next, just a little bit of salt. Perfect. All right, let's give that a little swirl and see what happens. And that sauce, let me taste. Is done. Up next, we're gonna bake that corn in the sauce, hit it with a little chili pepper, and enjoy. All right, few minutes, I'll see you in the next segment, that is. And I just pulled the corn out of the oven, and man, the whole house smells amazing. And it's not just because of the corn, it's actually because these husks started to brown a little bit. You can see they're, oh my God. You can see how juicy this corn is. Here, watch. It's a little hot yet, but God, look at that beautiful corn. We're just gonna peel it back, and look, you've got a beautiful handle. Bang, right, just like that, holy cow. All right, so from here, very simple. We already made our sauce. Tablespoon. I'm gonna go backside just because it's easier to spread, and I'm going all over that corn. And remember, we already buttered and salted it, and now it's just been cooking in that butter and its own natural juices and its own little steam packet, which is the husk. Look at that, golly. So all we're doing now is adding just a little bit more flavor. And I cannot wait to dive into this. One more. Okay, and you don't have to go nuts with it, right? You just want a nice little even coating over the whole thing. Give it that flavor, give it that richness, and just like that, it's about ready to eat. All right, there we go. What we didn't talk about, cojita cheese. It's, let me grab it. The cojita cheese, it's this awesome, like almost feta, Mexican kind of version of feta. It's a little bit salty and real crumbly, as hopefully you can see. Oh yeah, see that? Check that out. I'm just gonna put that all over the corn. And you know what? I love this so much. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Because why not, right? Extra mayo, extra salt, extra cheese. That just about sums up Chomp Chomp Chewy. I'm sure my cardiologist loves to hear me say that. But anyway, outside of that, I'm gonna grab just a little bit of chili powder, and that is the coup d'etat. Right over the top. It's gonna give us some color. Look at that. And lots of that smoky flavor that we're looking for in this street corn. Beautiful. Come on, man. Look at that. And if you want more pepper, put more pepper. You know, more salt, we're cooking. I'm gonna add just a little more chili powder, because why not? I like the smokiness, I like the pepper of it. I have a built-in handle. Look, I'm going in. Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. I mean, a sweet corn is obviously sweet, but then you add in the mayo, the fat from the mayo, you add in the salt, you add in the spice from the chili powder, the smokiness of that. Man, this is amazing. You get a little bit of acid from that lime we put in. It's color. Let me tell you something. The only thing you need for this afterwards is floss. How is it?
It's amazing. It's
Dig it?
really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're right, that lime really comes through.
All right. Mexican street corn. It's so easy. Even I can do it. All right. Try this at home. Say night, Keisha.
Night, Keisha.